This is Hino's Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, y'all, man. Man, it's like I'm getting a gold after gold after gold, man. It's like I struck rich or something. I told you guys, man, Canelo Alvarez vacates the light heavyweight strap. How many times did Hino's Sport and the Prediction King strikes again? And the Prediction King strikes again. That I always tell you guys how these things are going to pan out as the true boxing visionary and the boxing prophet that I am. And these things happen exactly the way that I told you guys. I told you that Canelo Alvarez was picking the most wounded animal. He was picking the ultimate cherry picker. This was a paid to lose on steroids in Sergey Kovalev. Why are you vacating the light heavyweight strap? Now I'm going to start calling him Cowardnello. That's what his name is. Cowardnello. He doesn't want no free smoke, dog. At 160, he evades Jermall Charlo. He evades Demetrius Andrade. At 168, he doesn't want to deal with the Caleb Smiths of the world. He doesn't want to deal with the David Benavidez of the world. He doesn't want to deal with the Caleb Plants of the world. At 175, we know he doesn't want no free smoke from Dmitry Bivol. We know he doesn't want no free smoke from Arthur Beterbiev, man, because he knows what time it is. He knows these guys will expose him. They're young, they're athletic, they're explosive, or they can hit hard. You know what I'm saying? They can change some things up that he doesn't like. This is the stuff that I was trying to tell you guys, man. This is pathetic. Again, pandering narratives, dog. They have a ceiling cap. Once they hit the ceiling, they gotta come tumbling down. Let me say it again. Once they hit the ceiling, they gotta come tumbling down, man. Hino's Sport has to keep the foot on the what? On the necks. He has to keep the foot on the what? On the necks. Got to keep the foot on these damn necks of these Rudy Poo and these plum brain ultra fanboys with the ultra fanboy rhetoric. This is the stuff that we keep talking about here in boxing. This is what's making boxing itself become an issue. Not only is because you're also dealing with reverse bias detractors, aka panderers. They're dividing the boxing world. They're messing the boxing world up. But you're also dealing with fighters that are ducking free smoke and ducking fade. They don't want real work. This right here tells you unequivocally and unquestionably why this man took that WBC French fry belt immediately. Because he understood that it put him in a position to where he does not have to fight mandatories. Because those are the two prerequisites that I care about more than anything else. That's glaring. This is what I call glaring deficiencies. Just like I told you, he has 4 to 5 glaring deficiencies in his boxing arsenal. And they still remain to be true because Floyd Mayweather has given the IE blueprint on these 4 to 5 glaring deficiencies. They're still there. The glaring deficiencies with the WBC French fry belt is number 1. You don't have to fight your mandatory. It's kind of like basically the one who's awarded this French fry belt has the opportunity to pick whether they would, should, or could. Basically a coulda, woulda, shoulda of fighting their mandatories or not. And then the second one is you're a champion for life. That one's even worse. Win, lose, or draw, you are a champion for life. Let me rewind this because this needs to marinate in the corpus callosum and in the cerebellum. Hear me? Hear me? Well, whether you win, lose, or draw, you are a champion for life. This is why the WBC franchise belt was spitted out immediately, man. Nobody wanted to deal with that nonsense because we already saw the foolery for what it was. Canelo Alvarez is Cowardnello, man. That's his new name, dog. Cowardnello. Because this guy does not want to fight anybody that's going to put him in a precarious situation in the square circle. He doesn't want to fight anyone that's going to test him. I told you. This is why back on November 21st, the truth will always have its day. Because Eddie Reynoso and Canelo Alvarez called Jermall Charlo a great fighter. They said he's a great fighter, and a fight of that magnitude will be great for boxing. That right there told me, it gave me everything I needed to know, and then some, of why he deducted Jermall Charlo. Because he understood that this guy right here is athletic, and he's explosive as you know what, and he's going to bring it, man. Y'all got to start being able to see the most commonest sense and state the most obvious here. These people, man, they keep finding themselves on more and more shaky ground. They don't know where to land. It's so Comedy Central to me right now. It's hysterical. This guy just vacated. I mean, how many times are you going to vacate a belt? This is what real champions do, man. Real champions stay where they're at. They let their cojones hang and they fight. Let me say it again. They let their cojones hang and they fight until they're beaten. They fight their mandatories. Or they fight unification bouts. Or they just damn near fight at the weight class. They don't do catch weight king nonsense. They don't do rehydration clause nonsense. They don't get a approved level of clenbuterol in their system. They don't do stuff like this, man. And they don't pick and choose how they're going to fight their opponents in, i.e., wounded animal and cherry picker fashion. This is ridiculous. And the sport of boxing needs more. You boxing fans got to be smarter than this, man. And I'm not talking about the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets. I'm talking about the panderers and the ones that are allowing themselves to be duped by the pandering. Let me say it again. The panderers and the ones that are allowing themselves to be duped by the pandering. It has to stop, man. Because when y'all sit there and wonder why the sport is declining the way that it is, and it's in the position that the way that it is, y'all need to look at yourselves in the mirror, and that's how y'all gonna get that answer, man. Because I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. I keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. Cowardnello, you get the biggest higgity hush of the damn day. This is He Knows the Sport. Checking out.